Podcast show, man. It is yours truly, Duroc, Crip. What's happening with all my people out there tonight in the free world? I hope everybody has enjoyed their day, you know what I'm saying, and made it up to this point safely and successfully within your day and whatever you had planned out there, you know what I'm saying, for your day. You know what I'm saying, as a goal, a dream, or whatever it may be, you know what I'm saying? But point is, we made it here safely. I thank you all for joining us back at this round table. You know what I'm saying? I'm back with another jail story for y'all, man. LA County Jail. You know what I'm saying? Los Angeles County Jail Crip module. You know what I'm saying? 323400 Baker Road. You know what I'm saying? The Durocs was in cell 8 and 9. You know what I mean? That's how accurate my memory is of them times back then. You know, this was back in 1995 that I'm about to tell y'all about. You know what I mean? But look, before I get into that, let me say this real quick, man. I appreciate all my subscribers, man, for tapping in. You know what I'm saying? Choosing the Swing Low podcast show to come spend your time with is it's appreciated greatly. You know what I'm saying? And that's from the heart. So thank you all for choosing us to come chill with. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna try to get in probably just up under an hour. I don't want to hold y'all up too long tonight. You know what I'm saying? It's the end of the weekend. So we're going to go ahead and close this Sunday night on out the right way with a good old story. You know what I'm saying? But to those of y'all that haven't subscribed yet, man, it don't cost you nothing. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, hey, I don't have a problem with asking y'all to like, comment, and subscribe to the show. You know what I mean? Because that keeps us in the algorithm. It builds the show up and it keeps us relevant. You know what I'm saying? In the algorithm. So please do that for me, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. You know what I mean? And if you hear anything in any of the stories that I present at this roundtable, feel free to share it with somebody. You know what I'm saying? All these stories and everything that we bring to this roundtable is teaching moments. You know what I'm saying? For those that may not be aware of certain things that has gone on, you know what I mean? Or just not aware of whatever topic that we bring to this show. You know what I'm saying? So please do that for me. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you all for joining me for tonight, man. But look, we're going to go ahead and jump right into this story, right? Now, this happened in 1995 in the LA County Jail Crip module, 323400 Baker Road. You know what I'm saying? With one of my homeboys, ex-homeboys. I'm gonna say ex because he's no longer a active member. You know what I'm saying? I think he been gave his career up a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? He chose a whole completely different life form. I'm gonna dip into that a little bit, but I'm not gonna go too far in it because really it has nothing to do with me. And you know, his lifestyle is his lifestyle. But look, man, as you can see from the thumbnail, it says that the Durocs tied up one of their homeboys in the Crip module, right? And that's true. We did. We did tie him up. You know what I'm saying? Now, how all that even unfolded, we in the cell one day. You know what I mean? Remember, it's at that time, it was probably like 10 of us in the Crip module, right? So, bam, this dude, his name was we called him C-Wag. You know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne. You know, I'm gonna throw his name out there. So bam, this nigga C-Wag, he was probably one of the oldest ones out of all of us in there. Now, mind you, we all in our early 20s. I was 22 years old. You know what I'm saying? So you had homies in there that was 19, 20, 21, 22. At the oldest, 20. I think C-Wag was like 24 at that time. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he was one of the oldest ones in there. So bam, when it comes to the Durocs. So bam, we up in there one day, striking up on the walls and shit. You know what I'm saying? Tagging up on the walls inside our cell. And I told y'all stories about that. You know what I'm saying? How we wrote up everything on the walls and, you know, like the ceilings, every space on the wall was gang writing. You know what I'm saying? Block letters, you know what I'm saying? Graffiti, you name it, it was there. You know what I'm saying? All you seen on the walls was Duroc Hoovers and Insane. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So bam, we in there striking up on the walls one day, and for whatever reason, I don't know what it was that made this dude jump up and jump out there. Hold up. He jump up and jump out there, right? While we striking up on the walls. I really can't remember what even sparked up the conversation about people getting tied up, right? But he was bold enough to say that he couldn't be tied up. You know what I'm saying? He was bold enough to say that, we wasn't gonna tie him up. You know what I'm saying? Because he was the oldest homie in there and this and that, right? So we telling him, like, man, we don't care how old you are, nigga, you can be tied up. That you can be. You can be tied up. So don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? So he kept on, dude. Like he then jumped up. He pacing back and forth in the cell with his chest out and shit, right? So I look at the homie 2233. Shout out to 33. What's up, bro? Right? I look at him. He look at me. We give each other the look like, yeah, we finna rope him up. As soon as we finish tagging up on this wall, we finna get this fool, right? He got the game fucked up, right? So bam, he doing this little talking. Now, mind you, it was a number of things that took place in that Crip module with this one specific homie that I did not like, that rubbed me the absolute wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like some different incidents that happened in there that made him just look like a complete buster. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, period. Like his hand was constantly tested in there. You feel me? And as I tell you more about him, then you're going to understand why I said that and why I was feeling the way that I felt. So, anyway, while he doing all that talking, that's what's coming to my head, all these things. You know what I'm saying? That he was in there getting marked out over, right? So, bam. Once we finish striking up on the wall, the homie is already over in the cut making the rope. You know what I'm saying? Now, how we make the ropes in there, you get a big sheet, right? And you tear 3 big thick strips off of it, long strips, and you braid them together, right? So you make you a big, long, strong, thick rope. You know what I'm saying? So bam, the homie already over there making it. So he see the homie over there making it. Y'all not gonna tie me up. Y'all got it fucked up. Y'all not gonna do me like that. And woo, 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 right? So we like, yeah, okay. Bam. Once we finish doing what we doing, you know what I'm saying? Let the games begin, man. You know what I'm saying? We took him down with a very light struggle, right? So bam, we tie his hands. We tie his hands together like this, but they're behind him, right? Then we tie his legs together. Then we take the rope and run the rope in between his arms where they was tied and in between his legs where they was tied. So we got him bent up like this. You know what I'm saying? So basically he hog tied, right? Then we make the fart sack. For those of y'all that don't know what a fart sack is, a fart sack is made out of a sheet. You know what I'm saying? Imagine a pillowcase. Imagine a human-sized pillowcase, right? It's basically a human-sized pillowcase that we wet all up. You know what I'm saying? And we put lotion and grease and whatever else all up in that motherfucker, make it real slippery and slidey, right? Make the fart sack and put him up in there, right? And close it all the way up to his neck, right? Mind you, he's inside this fart sack, hog-tied, right? And he can't get out. When you up in the fart sack, it's tied down too. So the only thing that's hanging out that motherfucker is your head, so you can breathe, right? So bam, we put him in the fart sack, then we grab him and put him up on the bottom bunk, right? So we don't got him gagged or nothing like that. Usually you gag a motherfucker too. You know what I'm saying? Like some people get gagged, you get the whole 9. And in all honestly, technically, you know what I'm saying? We don't let you lay down, nigga. We tie you standing up. You know what I'm saying? In that fart sack, and you be there for hours. However long niggas want you to be in there, you're gonna be up in that fart sack for hours. I promise you that. But we let him lay down on the bunk, right? So now, mind you, like I told y'all before, in them cells, the bottom tier cells on Baker Road is bigger, which means it's more beds in there. It's 6 beds in there, right? You got 2 here, 2 here, and then 2 more towards the back of the cell, right? So he's in the bottom bunk in the front, and I'm sitting right across from him. So this is me, and y'all is him, right? I'm sitting right across from him and I'm just looking at him laughing because he over there talking a gang of shit. You know what I'm saying? So in my head, I'm like, damn, we should have gagged this nigga, right? But we laughing and clowning and you know what I'm saying? So, but the more he's saying now, it's not funny to me. The homies are still laughing, right? It's the more he talk, cause you got to remember, this dude C-Wack was from the high end. In Duroc, we got different cliques. You got the high end, you got the low end, you got Vistas. You know what I'm saying? You got the six pack, Untouchables, the Bastards. You got different cliques in the set, right? But this dude was from the high end. I'm from the high end, right? So I guess he felt since we both was from the same clique, you know what I'm saying? He shouldn't have got done like that, or I shouldn't have participated in helping to tie him up and all this and that, right? But remember, he was getting into a lot of things in there that rubbed me the wrong way. One being, he would tell his war stories and be lying like a motherfucker, right? To the point where it came to sometimes, man, where I was just going to just check his chin because he would include me in some of the bullshit war stories that he would be telling. And he wouldn't just name me. He's naming my niggas, the dudes that I was with every day. Cause you remember that time when this happened, it was me, it was you, it was Lil Drag, it was Spoo. I'm like looking at him like, you ain't never been on no routes with us. You ain't never done nothing with us. You know what I'm saying? The only reason why this dude was even in our presence like that because of where we used to kick it at. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that know Duroc, you know what I'm saying, that's familiar with the Tin Can Alley, you know that's where a lot of the high-end niggas used to be at. And that was where we used to be at all the time in the Tin Can Alley, but the Tin Can Alley was cracking, right? This nigga stayed right across the street from the Tin Can Alley. His house was literally right across the street, right? So when I remember him from during the times when he did come over there and hang with us, this nigga bringing ice cold lemonade that he plucked the lemons fresh off his tree and shit. You know what I'm saying? No pistols, no dope, no money, no nothing. Like he contributed nothing to the game. He was a sucker, point blank period. You know what I'm saying? So fast forward when we getting into this Crip module around all these homies and shit, you know what I'm saying? He come in there and he's trying to, shoot his little war stories and he's lying. You know what I'm saying? Homies in there knew he was lying. I definitely knew he was lying. But that was the number one thing that rubbed me the wrong way about him. But secondly, you know what I'm saying? It was another incident, you know what I'm saying, where I guess the homies thought, you know what I'm saying, that niggas was taking advantage of him, you know what I'm saying, when he was in the cell with us, right? So they called themselves moving him into the next cell, into cell 9. Cell 9 had the homie Lil Gangsta T in it. It had Big Bubs, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Big Bubs, rest in peace, man. Big Bubs, Will Bone. I don't think Evil Bone was there yet, right? So anyway, they move him over there in the cell with them, right? I guess to, make his living situation a little bit better, right? So anyway, now Big Bubs used to always mess with me every day. You know what I'm saying? Like playing and shit. So being that he was in the cell next to us, now in the LA County jail, like this, you can see into the next cell. It's like a little crack. You can look between the bars and the wall that's right there, right? It's a little crack. So that's how we used to communicate with each other back and forth next door, right? So Bubs would come to that little crack, hey, Creep, and, shoot his little shot or whatever he would say to me, right? But when they moved this fool C-Wack in the cell with him, knew he was a buster. They knew it. You know what I'm saying? So Bubs like, hey, Creep, check it out. I'm like, what's happening? He said, hey, where you say this nigga C-Wack was from? I'm like, man, you know where he from. The hell you asking me that for? He like, well, he ain't from there no more. Nigga, watch this, right? Next thing you know, you hear this scream, then you hear Big Bubs like, nigga, where you from, nigga? And he in there, low end, right? So we in our cell like, what the fuck? Like, what the hell they over there doing to this nigga, cuz, right? Now, when I hear that, I'm like, cuz, what y'all over there doing to cuz, man? What the fuck y'all doing to him, man? Right? Like, nigga, don't worry about it. Nigga, you ain't from the high end no more. Nigga, he denouncing that. Nigga, he from the low now, right? So bam, hey, I'm like, oh hell no, right? So I'm like, C-Wack, I'm like, what's up, cuz? He like, low end, nigga, fuck the high end. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, all right, bam. Bub's over there laughing like a motherfucker, man, right? So bam, I'm telling the homies, I'm finna mix him the first chance I get. You know what I'm saying? Like he on some buster shit, right? So bam, a little bit more time go by after that. You know what I'm saying? So he don't want to be over there with them no more. They pushing too hard of a line. He thought he had it bad in the cell with us. He over there with them, especially Bubs. Bubs ain't letting up off of him, right? So he ended up moving back over into the cell with us, right? Now, bam, let's fast forward to this day when we tied him up. Now, when we tied this fool up, he's in the far sack laid up on that bed. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I see you, Nikki. Shout out to you, Nikki. I see you. Appreciate you joining. Morticia, I definitely appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? And everybody else that's out there, man. Feel free to jump in the chat, say what you got to say, man. But look, this fool laying in the bed in the far sack and he's talking shit, right? Now I'm not laughing no more. Cause now it's like, okay, we done already tied you up. You know what I'm saying? Instead of a nigga just putting hands on you, we did this to you. You know what I'm saying? But he's saying, so he calling me all kind of punk niggas and fuck your hood, fuck this, fuck that, blah, 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 right? I'm like, man, I'm telling the homies, let him out the ropes. They like, what? I'm like, let him out. Cut him out the ropes. They like, hell no. I'm like, man, come on, let him out. I'm finna give him that. He directing all this bullshit to me. Let him out the ropes. He think he got action with me, let him out. Right? He like, yeah, let me out. It's just me and him. You know what I'm saying? We both from the high end. I'm finna knock that nigga head off. And I'm like, oh, I said, yeah, let him out. So the whole after that, they like, all right, right? So they cut him out the ropes. I'm sitting still across from him, right? But when he's coming out the ropes, he got bangs and shit popping all out his head. You know what I'm saying? His face done turned a whole completely different color. Sweat, his eyes and shit is like yellow and reddish. You know what I'm saying? So the way he all pumped up and acting, I'm like, oh, this might be a good one. This nigga might finna give me a good one. Let me tighten my Chuck Taylors up real quick. I tighten them motherfuckers up real good too. I promise you. You know what I'm saying? All the way to the top, right? So bam. As soon as he finished getting out the ropes, I get up and I go to the back of the cell and I'm sitting on the sink. I'm waiting for him, right? So bam. Once he get himself together, he immediately try to rush me. Right? He tried to rush me, right? So bam, I end up wrapping him up. I wrap him up. I hit him with a couple of uppercuts. Bang, bang, right? Then we shuffle back and forth in the cell. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to let you turn it into a wrestling match. So I'm going to go ahead and you know, take you down real quick. I got tired of the little back and forth. We went back and forth like 2 or 3 times, right? Finally, I said, fuck it. So I just grabbed him and picked him up by his neck and by his body. And I picked him up in the air like this, right? And I just fell backwards. But his head is up under here. So when we fall and hit the ground, that's the first thing that hit the ground was his head and his face, right? All the body weight from me and him landed on his head and face. So bam, when we hit the ground, he not moving. So I really just lock in on him. I locked that headlock around his neck. He choked out. He can't breathe. He can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling him, I said, nigga, say you quit. Nigga, say you quit, right? So while I'm trying to get him to say that, he can't, he quit. I'm like, yeah, nigga, that's what you better do, nigga. And I throw him off the top of me, right? So bam. Hey, I swear to God, from that fall and that collision, it messed something up in his neck or his back or something, bro, because he never walked the same after that. His body was like hinched over, you know what I'm saying? And he just walked funny, right? And all the homies clowned him in there from that day forward behind him walking like that. You know what I'm saying? They was like, man, Crip dogged you. Like, damn, he could have killed you up in here, man. right? He's like, man, that's fucked up. He did me like that. We're supposed to be homies. No, you wanted that. You the one that said you couldn't get tied up. Nigga, you know how niggas get done when they say they can't get tied up in the LA County jail. We don't play that. And you, but you got to remember, we had been tying niggas up, all in the state module, tying niggas up and taking their canteen from them, taking their store. You know what I'm saying? We will wait for a motherfucker to come in there. You can be the biggest. I don't care how big you was, right? You can be the biggest dude. We'd be like, hey, man, like, yeah, it'd be funny if you get tied up in here, right? Just trying to bait a nigga in. If he say, oh, he had 9 times out of 10, if he a big dude, he gonna look at you, he gonna size you up and go, I ain't getting tied up, right? And he not even knowing, you think it's just gonna be me? It ain't just gonna be me. It's gonna be me and all them over there. You know what I'm saying? But I might be the first one to get off on you. You know what I'm saying? So bam, 9 times out of 10, when you had somebody that felt like they was gung-ho, that's what ended up happening to them. And once we tie them up like that, we taking all they shit. Then you got to go. Point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was real savages in that LA County jail. You know what I'm saying? So, and that was on the main line. You know what I'm saying? Just up in that Crip module, that was a whole completely different playing field, bro. Like, you had some cold savages in that motherfucker from everywhere. From everywhere. So you can't go in there playing them type of games. But this dude, C-Wack, you know what I'm saying? He kept getting into a number of different things, man. You know, and I remember another incident, you know what I'm saying, where the homie Lil Gangsta T punched him up, socked his lights out, marked him out and all that. You know what I'm saying? That didn't sit well with me. He got a number of different chances and opportunities inside that Crip module that a whole bunch of other motherfuckers wouldn't have got. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason, you know, God was on his side. You know, another homie picked him up, slammed him on his head. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it pretty much became the last straw for me, right? Because one night we had got into it about something. I checked him about something. I think it was probably about one of the bullshit ass war stories he used to be in there telling, right? And I think I checked him about, you know, lying. And he had got kind of smart with me and shit, right? So I'm like, yeah, all right, don't worry about nothing, right? I hopped in my bed and chilled. Now, mind you, when he moved back over into our cell, he was in the bunk right above me. You know what I'm saying? So bam, he hopped his stupid ass up in his bunk and go to sleep. I hear him up there snoring. Right? I say, this stupid ass nigga, I can't believe you gonna get into it with me and then go to sleep like it's cool. Right? Like, do you not know who I am? So bam, I get up, I'm putting on my stuff. You know what I'm saying? I grab my knife. And remember, I told y'all in that Crip module, man, we had swords, big knives, real big ones, right? Grab that knife. You know what I'm saying? I'm moving so fast. I'm trying to get this job done. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna stab this dude up and get him out of there, right? Bam. I'm moving so fast, I drop my knife, right? When I drop my knife, now in the bunks across from us, the homie two, I think, was on the bottom bunk, and the homie Tick, shout out to homie Gangsta Tick, Tick was on the top bunk, right? When I dropped the knife, Tick jumped up. He like, what the fuck? He like, man, what you doing, man? He like, I know you're not finna do what I think you finna do. I'm like, yeah, man, this nigga's a buster. This nigga gotta get the fuck up out of here, man. This nigga's a buster. I don't like niggas, right? So Tick like, oh man, he like, you can't do that, bro. You can't do that. I'm like, man, he can't stay here, bro. I don't like this dude. This nigga be in here lying and this and that and whoa, right? So while me and Tick talking, he wake up and he catch some of the conversation. So he like, damn, Crip, you was gonna stab me in my sleep. I said, hell yeah, I was gonna stab you in your sleep, you buster ass nigga. I said, you been in here lying, nigga, and you been in here getting marked out. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? So he trying to plead this case and, you know, still trying to act hard and all this and that. Tick telling him to shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Because he seen that I was on one and I was finna get this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Tick, if you watching the show, I know bro be tapped into the show. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bang the chat. If you remember that incident, let me know. Amongst many others that we had in there, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like, hey, man, hey, it's another one that I want to tell y'all about, right? I'm gonna tell you, but I'm not gonna mention this dude's name because he's no longer affiliated with us and our community. You know what I'm saying? He went to the other side. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna get to that after I finish with C-Wack. So bam, you know, I want to get this dude, man. I think one of the homies ended up socking him up. I didn't get a chance to get him, and then he ended up leaving. He ended up catching the chain and going to prison after that. Right now, it's been brought to me by multiple people. You know what I'm saying? That this dude C-Wack is no longer affiliated with our section, with our community. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, he joined the homosexual community. You know what I'm saying? The transgender community. You know what I mean? So he's no longer a part. But even with that, even with that, it's another incident. I'm skipping through some shit, man. It's another incident that really had me when I was finna get ready to stab him. This is one of the reasons why. One day we in there and he want to get on the phone, and it's another homie on the phone, right? And the homie that's on the phone, his bunk was right next to the phone in the back of the cell. So this nigga used to have a sheet going all the way around his bed. You know what I'm saying? He slept on the bottom, so he was able to cover up his whole bed area, so you couldn't see inside there, right? So he'd be on the phone inside his little tent, right? So bam, while he's on the phone, this dude C-Wack is telling me, man, I want to get on the phone and this and that and blah blah blah, right? So dude, like, all right, hold up. He like, I got you, right? So bam, couple of minutes go by, he tell him again. He like, nigga, I'm over here having some time with my girl, nigga. If you want me to hop out the bed, asshole, naked, nigga, I do that, right? So we like, that's what you're not gonna do. He like, this nigga keep on sweating me, that's what I'm gonna do, right? He like, you ain't gonna do shit, nigga, woo, 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 right? This nigga jump out his bed, asshole naked, right? So we like, cuz, what the fuck wrong with you, nigga? So we beat him with shower shoes, bow. But this nigga C-Wack grabbed this nigga by his genitalia and drag him back and forth in the cell, bro. Right? So we like, oh hell no. Nah. We jump out the bed and we just beat these niggas with shower shoes and shit, right? Bow, nigga, get your naked ass back in the bed, you stupid ass nigga, get your ass back in the bed. We beating the shit out of him with the shower shoes and shit. Finally, this nigga go jump back in the bed, right? C-Wack, I'm like, hey, bro. I said, what the fuck was that about? He's like, no, this nigga gonna try to jump out like a nigga ain't gonna defend himself. That's the only way I can defend. I said, man, that was weird, my nigga. Point blank, period, right? So with that incident, when me and him got into it, that's what was sitting on my mind. All these different things. So when I tell you he was a buster, he was a mark, he was that. You know what I'm saying? And he came that close to leaving that Crip module on a stretcher. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, period. That's facts. So anyway, he get beat up. He eventually leave. You know what I'm saying? But going into this other incident real quick, while we was in there, you know what I'm saying? With that individual that hopped out the bed naked, right? Me and him get into it, right? This dude, when me and him have our confrontation, right? So now I see that things is getting heated and tense. So I'm like, man, let me put my shoes on and shit real quick, right? I'm putting my shoes on. He try to rush me while I'm putting my shoes on, right? But he comes swinging slow. I see the shit and I just duck back like that and kick him in his stomach. Bam! Created a little space where I was able to jump up. You know what I'm saying? But by the time I jumped up, the homies and shit jump in the middle of us, right? They trying to break it up. So I'm on one side of the crowd, he's on the other, but he's on the other side talking a gang of shit. Nigga, whoa, 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 right? I'm like, yeah, keep on talking. Whoa, 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 whoa. I just reach over him. You know, I got long arms. Reach over him and crack him. Bah! They got out the way. Fuck that. Go on here. You know what I'm saying? So me and this nigga, we lock up. You know what I'm saying? So bam. After that, they break it up. Right? So bam, I sit down on my bed and now he pacing back and forth in the cell. He one of them niggas always beating on his head. Yeah, nigga, Duroc, Crip, nigga. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have to get out again, cuz I don't like how that went. And whoa, 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 right? The only thing that's going through my mind, this nigga tried to rush me while I was putting my shoes on. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to be homies. We supposed to be from the same hood, nigga. And you try to rush me while I'm putting my shoes on? That's what was going through my head while he pacing back and forth. So now that last lap he hit, I said, fuck that. I jumped up and cracked him. Bah! Right? He balled up like a little girl. Ah! And I'm just on him. Boom, 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 boom. Right? So bam, that fight happened. They break it up. You know what I'm saying? So now he tripping. Like this dude, he was a cold personality. You know what I'm saying? And on the streets, he had a cold reputation for knocking shit down. You know what I'm saying? Make no mistakes about it. He had a cold reputation for that. You know what I'm saying? But in here, none of that shit mattered. In that gang module, in that Crip module, niggas not, yeah, okay, you knock shit down, I knock shit, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But in here, nigga, it's a whole completely, you got to use your fist, nigga, knife or whatever, however you want to do it, right? So bam, he get mad and he start sharpening his knife, right? So I'm like, oh, this is what you want to do? Hey, Tech, if you out there watching this, my nigga, you remember, I know you remember this incident, bro. When that nigga started making that, trying to make that knife, and I broke down them big old metal pieces, made mines real fast, right? Real fast. Then I told him, let me see yours real quick. I helped him make his. I helped this nigga make his knife. Gave it back to him. Told the homies, y'all step out the way real quick. Me and him got something to get to. He looked like, what the, like what? I said, yeah, nigga, you think I don't know you making that for me, nigga? You got one, I got one. What's happening? And I helped you make your shit. What's happening? So the homies like, oh, you tripping. He did like, no, this one for you, cuz. This one for you. Our shit is over with. Our shit is done. I'm like, no. That's not the way I'm taking that, nigga. You don't start making no knife after me and you fight. That ain't how this go, nigga. I said, like I said, I got me a nice one. You got your shit. I helped you with your shit, nigga. They both real nice and sharp. What's happening? Let's get to the activities. He didn't want no smoke. The homies was tripping. They was like, no, cuz. Like, man, you tripping, nigga. Like, no. Tick, you remember that? Hey, that was the nature of that LA County Jail Crip module, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and again, we was all young. We was all young, active. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was at their finest gang when it came to gang banging. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? So that was just the nature of being in that environment around a whole bunch of your homies and shit that have these different personalities. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna deal with that. Outside of them, you in there with a whole bunch of other motherfuckers from all over LA County, from every gang that you can think of. Just about the ones that was able to come into that Crip module. You feel me? The worst of the worst was in there. You feel me? Some of y'all most legendary homeboys from all these hoods, you know what I'm saying? All over LA County was in that Crip module with me. Straight up. Shout out to y'all in the chat. Shout out to everybody, man, that tapped in. Appreciate y'all. But yeah, man, that little situation with Brodo, you know what I'm saying? It had to be done because, like I said, you can't come in nowhere in the county jail around any active gang members and say you can't be tied up. That's the worst thing that you can ever do. You can't say that in the county jail or in no prison, because you're gonna get tied up. It's like unspoken law. You know what I'm saying? Just to let you know that you're not bigger than the program. You can be roped up. You know what I'm saying? And humiliated. I've seen it happen to a whole bunch of motherfuckers. A whole bunch. Tied up. A grown man. Imagine a grown man. I remember we tied this one dude up. We had him tied up, standing up, but he was tied to the bunk, to the rail. You know, in there they got the metal rails and shit at the end of every bunk, right? So we had him tied up. And and he was Mexican too at that. You know what I'm saying? And just so happened he had been in the cell with us. He was pretty much the only one in there that was of Mexican descent. You know what I'm saying? And I can't remember why we tied him up. You know what I'm saying? But he got done pretty bad. He got put in that fart sack. He got tied up, and we tied him standing up. So when the police came by to do their count, he was in that fart sack standing there. We just stood around. We just stood around him so they couldn't see him tied up inside the fart sack. You know what I'm saying? We also had him gagged. You know, but when he came by, we took the gag out of his mouth. You feel me? But yeah, man, that type of shit happened for different reasons to people in there. You know what I'm saying? You get caught stealing. Um, that's another thing. You know what I'm saying? You can't steal nowhere in no jail. You can do it, but if you get caught doing it, ooh, there's heavy, 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 heavy consequences to face. I promise you. I promise you. That's like one of the coldest things that you can ever do in jail. Imagine that. You know what I'm saying? Jail full of thieves and crooks. You know what I'm saying? That put down the harshest penalties for anybody that get caught stealing from another nigga in jail, another race or anybody. That's an absolute no-go. You know what I'm saying? So either you're gonna take it, but you don't steal. That's out. You feel me? But yeah, man, that was the nature of the Los Angeles County Jail, man. You know what I'm saying? Dog eat dog. You feel me? Either you're gonna survive or you're gonna be victim. Point blank, period. That's just how it was back in 1995. Now they on some whole completely different stuff. You know what I'm saying? Whole completely different stuff. For real, for real. Man, it is an absolute pleasure to be back at this round table with y'all, though, man. For real, for real. That week that they took us off air, man, was crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I spent that time basically surfing the net. You know what I'm saying? And just hitting them back streets. You know what I'm saying on YouTube, man, and just running into all kind of crazy, wild shit. You got people doing all kind of crazy, and that's another thing. Like they banned my channel for posting a video of a person that defecated on himself, right? Um, but it was humor behind it, right? See people doing and saying way more crazier stuff than that could ever be. That was just a little video, a short. You know what I'm saying? And I got my channel struck for that. You know what I'm saying? And taken off the air for a week for that. That's bump. But at the same time, I understand because they do have their community guidelines that I'm not bigger than that, and that's what they showing you. You know what I'm saying? But damn, I see all this other wild stuff going on, and it's like, damn, like, I can't even play other people's videos without them. Hey, you're gonna get a strike for this. You're gonna get a strike for that. I can't even play my own music. You're gonna get a strike for this. You know what I'm saying? So I don't play none of that stuff. It's not, it don't make the show anyway. You know what I'm saying? The host is the one that makes the show, and the supporters, those are y'all, the people that approach this round table and have a seat, you know what I'm saying, and listen to some of these crazy, wild stories that I bring to y'all, or whatever topic we so happen to stumble upon, you know what I'm saying, and bring to the round table and talk about it. You know what I mean? But I just see a lot of crazy stuff going on, man, on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dark stuff. You feel me? These dudes is making clicks. It's kind of like high school shit. You know what I'm saying? This clique over here is beefing with this clique over here, and you know what I'm saying? These people over here talking bad about it. It's wild. It's wild. You know what I'm saying? I guess, hey, entertainment, right? Entertainment, man. That's I guess that's cool for them. It's getting their views up. You know what I'm saying? People love the car wrecks. I can't get into it. You feel me? I can't bring that type of attention over here to us, man. Try to keep this, you know. Morticia said, can't stop, won't stop. Man, that's the slogan. Can't stop, won't stop, refuse to quit or submit. You feel me? Straight up. That's real. She said, clown activities. Definitely clown activities. It's a whole bunch of it online. But, you know, with all that stuff going on, it teaches me what and what not to do. You know what I'm saying? What to engage in and what not to engage in. You feel me? So I try to keep, you know, stay in our lane over here. We don't need confrontation to be relevant. Not at all. That's proven fact. And although our channel is smaller than a lot of these other channels and shit, I just find it crazy that a lot of those bigger channels will come to little bitty channels like ours, you know what I'm saying, and see content and run with it. You know what I mean? And that's cool. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you choose to do, you know what I'm saying? But hey, man, you know, it's a lane for everybody. You feel me? Damo, what's happening, Brody? I see you, man. Extended love and blessings to you and the family as always, homeboy. Thank you for attending. I know you be working. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you showing up, though, bro. For real, for real. But yeah, man. Hey, it's a lane for everybody, man. You feel me? I don't knock nobody for doing what they do. You know what I'm saying? If, like I said, it's hustling, right? It's hustling. It's all the hustle game. You feel me? Oh, you at work for sure, for sure. Man, get them hours in, homie. You feel me? That's the best place you can be at right now, other than with your fam, bam. You know what I'm saying? But you're doing all that for you and them. So that's the best place to be at. For real, for real. Having employment is a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the way of the world today, with this economy. You know what I'm saying? The prices of everything and shit going up and going through the roof. They make it hard to survive out there, man. Trust me, I hear it. I hear about it all the time. You know what I'm saying? Inflation is a motherfucker, ain't it? But it's a blessing to have employment, though, man, to be able to take care of the things that you need to take care of, though. So, you know what I'm saying? That's why I say to the dudes that you know is utilizing YouTube, you know what I'm saying, as a means to pay some of their bills or whatever they use their money for. You know what I'm saying? I can't knock nobody for doing what they do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I just think it's kind of messed up that in order for you to gain traction, you know what I'm saying, and have more attention, you have to be involved in BS. You know what I'm saying? In drama. I think that messes up the game overall because that's what people gonna be looking for instead of the authentic shit. You got people doing WWE type shit, creating these fake beefs. You know what I'm saying? They go behind y'all back and talk. Hey, look, we're gonna start shooting shots at each other. We're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we're gonna say this, we're gonna say that. You make your video and I'm gonna respond to it, and you respond to my video, and we just gonna piggyback back and forth off of that. This is what they do. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this stuff that y'all see online is orchestrated. It is not real. These dudes call each other bees and hoes and diss each other's hoods and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? None of them pull up on each other though. So that should tell you how real and how fake this shit is. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't engage in it. You know what I'm saying? Any type of beefs or anything, any discrepancies that I have with a person, you know what I'm saying? Personally, I'm not going to talk about it. Why? Why would I give you a blueprint to my thoughts? I sit back. I'm a real patient person. I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna wait for the time come because the time always come. You know what I'm saying? Where you able to catch your man. You know what I'm saying? You going you know you everybody can be caught. Everybody can be touched. You know what I mean? So it makes no sense. I hear motherfuckers saying the word cell soldier. a lot, right? Well, a sales soldier is a person that will wolf and talk a whole bunch of stuff to you while they're under protection. You know what I'm saying? Imagine the motherfucker being um, locked inside his home, but talking all the mess in the world to everybody, knowing that they can't get in. They can't do nothing to you because you're locked in there. You know what I'm saying? That's what a sales soldier is. You talk, and you talk a whole bunch of shit to people that cannot get to you. You feel me? And I see this online all the time, 24/7. The disrespect is amazing to me. You know what I'm saying? Throwing jackets on dudes and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. And a lot of them call themselves trying to implement penitentiary law to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? On the streets. Well, if you really live by that, then you wouldn't be engaging in a whole bunch of stuff. You feel me? Because if you know anything about penitentiary law, I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you are a person that's putting a jacket on somebody, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be the one that have to take care of that. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, period. You ain't finna put it out there and then hope somebody else gonna take care of it for you. Nah, that ain't the way that works. You feel me? Especially if you putting a jacket on somebody else from a whole different hood. You're gonna be the one to have to go take care of that. Oh, you got this paperwork on them and you exposing them and they come out to be true that they really are what you saying they are. Go ahead and handle that. You got the green light to do it. You feel me? I would love for a whole bunch of people to be called up on like that, but in this day and age, you know what I'm saying? I guess, that's the new trend. Throw jackets on niggas without any proof or paperwork, you know what I'm saying? Call people out their names, diss niggas' hoods and shit. You know what I'm saying? All that weird stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? But this is what the people are looking at and thinking that is cool. You know what I'm saying? Isn't this fucking up the game for everybody else that's really trying to do some honest shit and make a dollar, you know what I'm saying? And put positive energy into the universe, actually trying to teach niggas some shit from their experiences. You know what I'm saying? As you grow older, you're supposed to grow wiser. You're not supposed to go backwards. How the hell is niggas growing backwards? Makes no sense to me. Makes no sense. You're not utilizing your platform, you know what I'm saying, and your influence to teach these niggas nothing other than to, be about the BS. I can't do it. And like I said, again, if I have any disagreements, you know what I'm saying, with any man or woman for that matter, you're not going to hear about it on here. You feel me? I see you when I see you. Point blank, period. And if your energy is still the same and you still standing on whatever it is that you call yourself standing on, we're going to see about it. You feel me? Point blank, period. Other than that, argue back and forth for what? That gains me nothing. Nothing. For views and likes, nah, it's not that serious, man. I would rather spend this energy, you know, building, building not just, I want to build myself. You know what I'm saying? This is therapy for me to make myself better. You know what I'm saying? I can't be preaching this shit if I'm not living it. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, period. And I'm the type of person that stand on any and everything that I put into the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? Always been like that. That's something that I think is a very good quality to have about myself. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I will toot my own horn when it comes to that because it's standards. You feel me? I understand some people have no integrity. Damu said it's backwards out here, Creek. Niggas act like they forgot the rules. It's so convoluted now. It's easy for the suckers to wiggle and the weak follow suit when pressure is applied. Man, hey, that's real, bro. I see that all day, every day online. And this is this world. So I can imagine in the real world. You know what I'm saying? That's real. Hey, I can only imagine how much worse it is out there in that real world. If I'm seeing these acts online, you know what I'm saying? In this YouTube atmosphere from a lot of these grown ass men, grown ass dudes. A lot of these dudes is fucking grandfathers and got kids and shit. You know what I'm saying? Out of high school and going into college and all this shit. You know what I mean? And they utilize the platform to, muddy the waters. Just imagine if this all was taken away. Then what you gonna do? What do you dudes have to stand on? You're going right back into the streets and, get involved in the bullshit and end up getting smoked. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these dudes find the comfort behind the keyboard, you know what I'm saying, to, muddy the waters. And, that's why you hear it all day, every day, man. I'll be like, ooh, some of these dudes, boy, 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 boy. I can see them walking to that LA County jail cell. You know what I'm saying? You think them the type of people that we was in there tying up, like I was telling y'all earlier. You know what I'm saying? You come in there with the rah-rah, with all that super tough shit, guess what? We got ropes for you. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna get humiliated. You're gonna get all your shit took, your canteen and all that. That hard-earned money and shit that your girlfriend probably sent to you or your mama or daddy. You know what I'm saying? And you go and you spend that wet 40 on the zoom zooms and wham whams only to get your shit took, and you get tied up and beat with shower shoes, put in a fart bag. Imagine you a grown ass man getting hog tied and threw in a fart bag and beat with shower shoes. And you left that way for hours. That's how a lot of these dudes I see online need to be done. You feel me? They ain't gonna get it. They ain't gonna get it, man. You feel me? It's just sad that the game is muddied up like that, man. But again, to each his own. You know what I'm saying? If that's your way of hustling, your form of hustling without integrity, then hey, go on about your business, man. What you eat don't make me poop at all. You feel me? But I know the path that we're gonna stay on over here at Swanglow. You know what I'm saying? This is a family atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? Where we come to feel good, get a few laughs in, figure some stuff out. You know what I'm saying? Trip on, these people that we call celebrities' lives, and we see how things crumble for them. And we put them on such a pedestal. You know what I'm saying? We put these people on pedestals. You got motherfuckers that's suffering in the real world. You know what I'm saying? People dying to get out of prison. Niggas locked up in prison 30, 40 years and shit. You know what I'm saying? The forgotten. Society has forgotten a lot of them people, man. That's behind the walls. You know what I mean? The same walls that a lot of them dudes out there on the street keep on trying to press a line about pushing penitentiary rules and shit. You niggas institutionalized out there, you can't be because you're not pushing it right. And it ain't no way in hell I'm finna get out pushing no penitentiary laws on the street. It's impossible to do. You feel me? Impossible. Penitentiary law comes with discipline. It's a pecking order. You know what I'm saying? It's this, it's very little disrespect. And that's all I see is disrespect. People, there's no order, man. The young don't respect the old don't respect the young. Damu said these dudes say they did all this time, but on YouTube getting rattled by so-called trolls, knowing we don't even acknowledge PC shit. That's real. That's real. We don't acknowledge no people. Man, when we go to the holes, you know what I'm saying? And 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be more PCs in the hole than it is general population. You get back there, you can't talk to them. As soon as the motherfucker find out if you active or non-active, that's when all the talking. If you active, the other ones that's active is gonna talk to you. They're gonna fuck with you. They're gonna, send you magazines and whatnot when you get back there. Non-active, we don't. There's no discussion. You feel me? There's no talking, none of that. There's no acknowledgement at all. And they talk all the shit in the world, and we still don't acknowledge them because it makes no sense to go back and forth with motherfuckers you ain't gonna never be able to get to or get at. That's what a real cell soldier is. You know what I'm saying? PC. Just like Damu said, you called that right on the money, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I see these dudes doing it, but they do it on purpose. You know what I'm saying? They get into these back and forths on purpose. You know what I'm saying? To boost up their views and shit. Well, if that's what it takes to boost up your views and shit, to go back and forth with a PC, I don't want it. I keep my views nice where they at, low. Like I said, one view at a time, one subscriber at a time. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sticking to that. So if you want to beef with me, save that energy for the opportunity when we will be able to see each other face to face, eye to eye. Because, hey, that's the type of timing I'm on. Other than that, I have nothing to say about no man. You know what I'm saying? Especially one that I'm in disagreement with. You know what I'm saying? We can, we can meet up behind the scenes and have a conversation if that's what you choose to do. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like if our disagreement is strong enough where you know what I'm saying, you still feeling some type of way, then hey, guess what? I'm gonna give you the opportunity to, we can box it out. You feel me? We can do it however you want to do it. But I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not gonna get online and make myself look like a fool for entertainment. You're entertaining these people with your buffoonery. That don't make you niggas look gangster. Not at all. I don't look at none of these dudes that do that as gangster. I look at them as online figureheads. You know what I'm saying? That is entertaining the people for views. They might be out there starving like a motherfucker, and that's their only form of making a dollar. You know what I'm saying? Legitimately. Half of these dudes probably came off of PC yards anyway. You know what I'm saying? And scared to death to go back to that jail cell. Hey, okay. So they take a lot of that BS and put it online with them. Same PC shit they was doing in jail, they then took it out there and put it on YouTube now. And these dudes, so-called gangsters, is acknowledging that shit. You know what I'm saying? Running with it. If you give them no acknowledgement, they become powerless. But the more you acknowledge these dudes, the bigger and more powerful they come. How come y'all niggas don't understand that? You feel me? It's easy to sound out a meaningless voice. It's easy to do that by showing no acknowledgement to them. But if you acknowledge the PC and debate with them and go back and forth with them over and over because, oh, it's going to boost my views. You know what I'm saying? This is going to put me on a level of no jumper. Everybody aspire to be on no jumpers level or Vlad TV's level or DJ Academics, and all of them are suckers. All of them. And DJ Academics, man, let me get on him before I end this. You know what I'm saying? Because I said I didn't want to hold y'all up too long, but DJ Academics is a buster. You know what I'm saying? This is the only person I know that has a very, very big platform. He's a black man at that. You know what I'm saying? Very, very influential online, right? Has a very successful platform. And this dude utilizes his platform for evil. You know what I'm saying? To tear down other people that's actually doing good shit for the community and really technically for the world, period. And I'm talking about Kendrick Lamar. This dude, DJ Academics, actually went on his show and did a whole reaction to the concert benefit that Kendrick Lamar and them just had. Right? They threw a free concert in Watts, in the projects where he comes from, which brought everybody from all over the world to there. And he had the audacity to say, oh, there wasn't no blacks in the crowd. And the people that was in the crowd, they wasn't even partying like they were supposed to. Everybody that was on the stage, all the TDE dudes was the ones that was doing all the partying. The people in the crowd was all white, and they all looked like they was commentators filming the thing. I'm like, man. So you think because there was more whites and Mexicans in that crowd that blacks isn't proud of what he done and what he's doing for the community? I'm not even from Watts, but I'm proud of that moment. I'm proud of what he's been able to do and accomplish. You know what I'm saying? DJ Academics, you a successful guy. How can you spew out so much hatred towards somebody that's doing good? And see, I'm small time compared to him, right? And I get that same treatment, and it's different homies that get the same treatment from people, you know. Like I said, DJ Academics is successful. I get this type of shit from broke motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? That aspire to do nothing and encourage other people to do nothing and look at motherfuckers that's actually trying to do something as being wrong. Look at motherfuckers that's actually trying to put positive shit into the atmosphere as being wrong. All because they aspire to do nothing with their life. They don't give a fuck about the community, the youngins that's coming up behind them. None of that. Maybe not even their own kids. Some of these dudes is deadbeats. You know what I'm saying? So when you got something like that coming from a dude that has money, notoriety, you feel me? It's just a bad, and you a black man at that, shitting on another black man that's doing good. What if he was doing other shit? This dude talking about, you know, Kendrick Lamar brought out gang members only, and like, man, come on. You a weird dude. Where this dude DJ Academics from anyway, man? Like New Jersey, New York, some goddamn where, right? And you speaking on what's going on in California, keep your weird ass out there. Nigga, cover the shit that's going on out there. How about that? You feel me? They should take all the haters, all the weirdos, and put all y'all on the island by yourself. And let's see how y'all treat each other. It's gonna be dog eat dog. Cause misery, as much as they love company, you know what I'm saying? They not gonna be able to stand each other. They not. You know what I'm saying? That's why here at Swanglow, we encourage ours, all of ours, man and woman, old and young, to always aspire to do better. It's cool. It's actually cool to be educated. What's not cool is being a dumb idiot and growing old to be a dumb idiot. You feel me? So I encourage all of mine when they doing good shit like the homie Damu, man. You know, it's homies like him, man, that I'm proud of. Because these is dudes that I was locked up with, that I've done time with, shoulder to shoulder with, and I know these dudes is, you know, they stand on their business. You know what I'm saying? So it make me proud because I know it can be done. That these dudes is actually living legit lives now because they went through with the hailstorm that they had to go through. You know what I'm saying? And they learned from that shit, and they not repeating that cycle. You know what I'm saying? And they not giving that bullshit back to the young. They showing these young dudes by example, not just preaching it. That's the shit that make me proud of these dudes, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's an absolute pleasure to have contact with them after all these years and seeing them actually do good for themselves and for their families and for their communities. And even if you're not within the community, you still doing good because you're showing them with action. You know what I'm saying? That's the shit that I'm proud of, man. You know what I'm saying? To all the haters, like DJ Academics, you know what I'm saying? They had the audacity to, you know, try to turn what Kendrick Lamar and the TDE crew did, you know what I'm saying? And it's doing into something ugly is just despicable to me, man. You know what I'm saying? Them the ones that need to be banned. How about YouTube? Y'all start banning people like that, man. That's just hating for no reason. You know what I'm saying? He swipe riding Drake so much to where you can't stand to see Kendrick doing all these wonderful things. You know what I'm saying? DJ Academics, are you out there throwing benefit concerts, helping your community? I ain't heard none of that about you or Drake. You know what I'm saying? So while you sitting your weird ass behind your camera, you know what I'm saying, and doing commentation on these dudes that's doing good and positive things for where they from, think about that. Think about that. Because you got the world. You got the world right now. You up. You know what I'm saying? But that shit does you no good, man, if you live in the misery in your head by putting out that hatred on people that's actually doing good and you know, keeping positive vibes going in their community and around the world, period. You know what I'm saying? What you see them doing should be enough to inspire you to go out in your community and give some of that money away, all that money you making over there on your channel. You know what I'm saying? Stop putting all that shit in your pocket, man. You can't take that shit with you when you go. It's your hating ass. You feel me? But look, I'm gonna go ahead and get on up out of here, man. Y'all got anything y'all want to say before I end this live? Anybody out there, anybody in the chat? Go ahead and put in the chat right now, man. Then I'm gonna let y'all go. Cold thing about it, man, I had another show that I actually had did, you know what I'm saying, and I loaded it up to my system, and the system just failed me all the way around the board. So I got to go back and check that out. That's been having me kind of frustrated. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Morticia. I appreciate you, my beautiful woman. I really do, man. I really do. For real, for real. Damu, you have a great night too, homie. You know what I'm saying? Stay blessed, bro. You know what I'm saying? Stay safe out there. You know what I'm saying? Extend my love and blessings to your brother, Lil Channel, too, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's all love, homie. Morticia, hey, look, you help make this what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, as much as you know what I'm saying, you do, hey, you definitely appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get on up out of here though, man. Hey, I appreciate all y'all tapping in. You know what I'm saying? Spending this time with me at this round table. To those of y'all that happen to catch this a little bit later on tonight or tomorrow, whenever you choose to tap in with the show, man. Hey, I thank y'all too. You know what I'm saying? You definitely appreciate it. loved and embraced here. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. And we're gonna keep this thing going. It don't stop. Veronica, Nikki, you have a wonderful night, man. I know you've been working hard, got that store going. You know what I'm saying? Hey, hopefully I can get you on the show to talk about it one of these times. You know what I'm saying? Let the people know what you got going on, you know. And I know you got your grandkids with you too, you know what I'm saying? So extend my love to them too, man. You know what I'm saying? Be safe out there and continue to do what you've been doing. You're making me proud too, Nikki. But yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and get on about this thing, man. I appreciate y'all once again. Thank you for tapping into the Swing Low podcast. You know what I'm saying? To the next time we meet at this round table, man, y'all be safe out there. Be a blessing. Let the people that you that's close to you, you know what I'm saying, that you love them, appreciate them in any way that you can. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, we waking up and we having less and less people here with us. You know what I'm saying? So while you got the opportunity to let them know, let them know. You know what I'm saying? On that note, I'm finna get on up out of here, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. We'll meet back up here probably tomorrow sometime. You know what I'm saying? On that note, love y'all, man. Stay blessed. Triple game.